So welcome to another video. So in this video we are going to be doing our analysis, right? So this is our weekly analysis that we always do over this channel, and we show you what we are expecting from the market and what you can also be expecting from the market this upcoming week. So before we go into that, please, if you are new to my channel, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, like this video, and leave a comment on which pair you think I should be covering next in the next video. So on our screen here we have a pair here, right? This is USD CHF, and this is what I'm currently looking at this morning, right? So today is Monday, the 1st of December. So if we come here, right, let's first look at what the daily time frame has to say, because obviously we need to start on the daily time frame. So on our daily time frame here, first of all, what you can see is this market has been pretty much bearish. This market has been bearish, and it's continues being bearish for some time. Now if you look here, this market is in some sort of a pushback to the upside. So the market dropped with this impulsive move here. Then we had this correction which tapped into this the supply zone here. Then the market dropped. We have this correction. The market has dropped, and this is currently our current correction here. So I'm expecting that after the market tapped into this zone here, the market should be looking to sell, right, to create the next impulsive. Then we can look for the next correction. So I'm expecting this zone to be our next impulsive leg. So that is what we have for the daily time frame. Let's zoom more in details and look at it. So when we zoom in here, we can see that basically, right, we had a previous break of structure. Now this is an internal break of structure. Why do I say this is an internal break of structure here? It's simple, right? On our previous charts, right, on our previous impulsive leg, we had a strong low here and a weak high, and a weak low here, right? We had a strong high and a weak low, which is this is our weak low. So everything that is happening in between this zone is referred to as internal structure. So when this market pushed up, it created this internal structure here. So the market has reached here, it has started reversing. So I'm looking for at least to trade down to the supply zone on this internal structure, and the next supply zone on this our internal structure, we have a supply zone here, and we also have a supply zone here, right? So the reason why I'm marking this as supply zones is not because this is not SNR, this is SMC, right? Now if you look at this here, you can see that this was our order block. The order block has been mitigated by this candle, so this becomes our order block. This one has been mitigated. The where our order block actually starts is here, right? Because this is where our imbalance starts from. So when the market gets into this zone, we can then look for a reaction, or the market should break and continue to the downside. So now what we are looking for now is the market to continue to the downside. And basically on the 4 hours time frame here, what you can see is, right, if I zoom in on the 4 hours time frame here, you can see that this market pushed up here, it pushed up, then came down, right? So it gave us this internal break of structure. Now this internal break of structure is it's visible on the 1 hour time frame and smaller time frames. So after that, the market started dropping and took out this low. So this was our main low here. After taking out that low, you can see that we had the market mitigate this other block. So it first mitigated this other block, then took our liquidity on these two both highs here. Let me mark them out. Took our liquidity on this our two highs here. So after taking out this liquidity, it mitigated this zone drop, giving us another internal break of structure here. Then after that, we had another liquidity here, which is in the form of inducement. So the market went above, took out that liquidity, tapped into this supply zone and dropped, right? After dropping, we have this break of structure here. So this break of structure, right, this break of structure was accompanied by it was created by this supply zone. So this is this supply zone, the whole of this black candle, or if you want to prefer to mark the blue candle, you can mark it. So initially I mapped out this blue candle, right? I mapped it out and it extended to this zone, which has just been mitigated. So after mitigating this zone, we are expecting a drop. So because this is our supply zone, this is our current supply zone that the market is standing on, and it has mitigated. Now the reason why we have this, I mark out this here, is because we are in a smaller time frame, right? So this has been refined in a smaller time frame, and here we have two POIs. We have a POI here and we have a POI here. So I'm first thinking of maybe choosing this POI with confirmation, then I can take this one if this one happens to fail. So let's drop into a smaller time frame. Let me show you what I mean right over here, right? Let's go over to a smaller time frame. Now on a smaller time frame here, you can see that basically, right, the market push up here, push down, took out this low and created this break of structure. So the market, once this market created this break of structure, I've not seen any significant structure here, but I know that this initially should be my change of characters. But if I look critically here, I will see that maybe the market tried to sweep out this high, which led this to be my change of characters. So now here we need to focus on the most recent break of structure here, right? This is this break of structure, and that is that demand zone, that supply zone it tapped into. Now after this break of structure, what we are looking for is our inducement. So this is our inducement here. This is our first pullback. Now, why do I say this is our first pullback, right? If you look here, this is the lowest candle. It push up, then push down, taking out the low here. So this is our inducement. So after the market took out this inducement with a liquidity sweep, it tapped into this supply zone. Now you can see this is the supply zone here. It tapped into that supply zone and dropped, giving us a change of characters at this level. Now this change of characters is not really confirmed at this time frame because we just had a sweep. But if you happen to drop into a smaller time frame, you can see that this change of characters is pretty much valid. So from this change of characters, I'm looking for this market to push back up into this order flow. I can refine it to the other block, but I want to keep it into the order flow so that I should not miss this trade. So if this market pushes up to this order flow, I'm willing to sell and target this zone here. So first of all, here we also have our entry inducement, which is this one. That is our entry inducement. So once it takes it out, I'm looking to sell. So I was also looking at this, and I was maybe thinking maybe this market will want to take out this zone and tapped into a more refined area here. But for now, I'm sticking with this zone. If this one happens to fail, then I can look at that. So that is what we are expecting for USD CHF. So guys, if you have watched up to this point, please consider subscribing, like this video and leave a thumbs up, right? Leave a comment on which pair you think I should cover next, and check out my Telegram group. The link is in the description of this video. There are more analysis there that I've made that I've not been able to cover in this video, so make sure you check it out. And yeah, stay blessed. We are launching our mentorship and we're taking just 2 students at a time, right? I normally take just 2 students because I want them to follow up and I want them to learn everything. So if you want to join, you can just write me on Telegram and I will respond to you immediately. Have a good night. Have a nice trading day.